All right, we begin this hour with an in-depth look at free speech and censorship online. Yesterday, Facebook announced it's permanently banning a number of individuals it deems dangerous, for the most part, right-wing political activists who are often accused of promoting conspiracy theories and Islamophobia. And Facebook isn't stopping there. From now on, even normal users in good standing will risk being banned themselves if they promote, praise, or even share links to content by these banned figures. So this means you. So who exactly was banned yesterday? The list includes InfoWars publisher Alex Jones, British journalist Joseph Paul Watson, right-wing activist Laura Loomer, from Breitbart editor, former Breitbart editor Milo Yiannopoulos, and Nation of Islam founder Louis Farrakhan. But this is only the latest in a series of social media bans. Social media companies have come under fire over the last year for banning many other figures who they claim spread hate speech or disinformation. Among them, Gavin McInnes. He is the co-founder of media giant Vice and later creator of the controversial group Proud Boys Social Club, and often cited as the original hipster. He's joining us now live from New York. Gavin, I hope the designation of original hipster doesn't offend you. Welcome.
No, I like it. I don't like the acronym because it goes O. I like OG better acronym-wise, but yeah, I founded hipsters. I founded the Proud Boys, and part of the ban today, by the way, Alex Jones, they say he was banned because he hosted me on his show.
Yes.
And Laura Loomer, they said she was banned because she praised me somehow. So simply praising people they deem as evil is enough to get you banned.
Yeah, we will certainly cover all that. We've got to wait for all the video clips to show up. So sit tight. Hold on there. Since this news first broke yesterday, though, Facebook has offered some explanations for why particular accounts were banned. And there was one thing in common. Like you said, that's you. Here's what Facebook told The Verge as part of the reasoning for the bans. Jones appeared in videos with Proud Boys founder Gavin McInnes. Yiannopoulos publicly praised McInnes. Loomer appeared with McInnes in December. Gavin, I guess my question to you is, are you seriously that dangerous, besides your mad styles?
Yes. I'm an evil threat. I'm a looming threat. I'm like a supervillain in an Avengers movie. I sort of float through the cosmos, and you go to get me, and then I just, like an amorphous gas, I go to another part of the room. What they're really doing here is they make you into a supervillain, a fake person, and you go, wait, that's not me, and then they cut you off so you can't defend yourself. You know, you see protesters do this at rallies. They have these air horns, and you go to debate them, and they go, "Hey!" in your face because they can't win.
So Gavin, let me just read something to you from a New York Times report just 2 weeks ago. I want your reaction to this. Quote, Hamas enjoys a widespread presence on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Many of its leaders have personal social media accounts. The Hamas television station, Al-Aqsa, also has a Twitter feed and Facebook page. So, does that mean, in Facebook's eyes, Alex Jones and Milo are more dangerous and more anti-Semitic than Hamas?
Yeah, well, ostensibly, yes. But what's really going on here is that has nothing to do with hate speech. This has nothing to do with the far right. Milo, Alex, all these people, me, Laura, we're just normal conservatives. In fact, even conservatives isn't accurate. We're just not liberals. We don't toe the liberal line, and we like Trump. That's what this is about. This is about liking Trump. Even the association thing. So these guys are banned for associating with me. Farrakhan is a villain, right? He's one of the bad guys. What about Barack Obama associating with him? Stevie Wonder being on his album, Snoop Dogg appearing on Farrakhan's album. Those guys aren't banned because this has nothing to do with hate or associating with hate. This has to do with making sure Trump doesn't win in 2020. It's all propaganda.
So we spoke yesterday with investigative journalist Ben Swan, as well as some other folks who have been banned in the past themselves, like Tommy Robinson, Enrique Tarrio. They all warn that this isn't going to stop at Facebook and Twitter. Already we're seeing similar moves by Chase, PayPal, MasterCard even. what's next? Is your cell phone provider next, or you're not going to get an apartment? You're not going to get approved for an apartment next? Isn't this kind of a slippery slope when social media and other activists within these big companies can start dictating who can have and do what?
Well, it starts with deplatforming, and then it's depersoning. And then your children are ostracized. Then your wife is ostracized. And you're right. The banks are starting to shut down accounts. They've been doing this for a while. The SPLC has been designated virtually everyone that's on the right a hate group, and then they pressure all these companies to deny them services. I think you're going to start seeing Airbnb. You already have. You're going to start seeing hotels, internet providers. It'll keep going and going and going. And it's ironic that all this propaganda this on Russian television is the only place that I can discuss the lack of free speech in America. I can't defend myself, and I'm not this evil villain they portray me to be. I think those evil villains should have a right to free speech, but they make you into this fascist who wants genocide, and then they go, I'm not talking to that guy. There's no defense for genocide. And you're like, A, I don't want genocide, but B, that guy should be able to talk. But you can't make me into this puppet and then say, we got to get rid of this monster I created. But then you can't defend yourself, so it gives them unlimited power. And they look noble in the process. They go, I got rid of some hate. Good work, me.
Yeah, they've recently also kind of designated you this new white supremacist. I don't know if you're going to be burning crosses this weekend or what you're doing, but just so you know, you're talking to an Asian anchor. I don't know if you see me on the return feed, but
oh, that's it. I'm out of here.
So
look, white nationalism, white supremacy is very esoteric. It's like I liken it to being an albino skateboarder. They exist, but over the course of your lifetime, people who only want to be with white people and think everyone else should get lost, that's like, you'll probably meet like 3 or 4 in your entire lifetime. Yet it dominates 50% of the media, and it's used to justify all of this censorship. It's a lie. It's a myth. They've made this fake villain, and they're using it to control other people's freedoms.
Yeah, and going back to Alex Jones, at the end of the day, much of what InfoWars publishes might, be a lot of clickbait conspiracy theories, but there are plenty of sites like that. What about all the mainstream media outlets that have consistently pushed reports on this Russiagate narrative that's later been debunked? Shouldn't they be getting the equal response from all these social media companies?
By nature, the right is much less adventurous when it comes to the truth. That's what conservatism means. You're more uptight about fact-checking. The mainstream media has pushed the Brett Kavanaugh serial rapist lie. They pushed the Covington high school kids. Yes, the Russia conspiracy thing. They pushed the Trump won't win lie about how it's going to be a landslide. The mainstream left-wing media has done way more fake news than us. But we are being censored not just with social media, but all over with this new, what's it called, the pointer list, trying to get Breitbart shut down and all these other sites blacklisted. And all they're doing is making us more powerful. I am presently crushing the Southern Poverty Law Center with my site defendgavin.com. They've lost their founder, their president, the head of legal. They got Tina Chen in there, and she turns out to be marred by the Jussie Smollett thing. So we can fight back and win. We're better at this than them. They just happen to be holding the cards right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any words for what's being done to you as of late. I mean, less than a decade ago, you were revered by everyone, and now you're this evil bad guy, this supervillain. Now, last question for you, Gavin. The biggest headlines from these hate speech bans are always focused on right-wing activists, as you've so poignantly pointed out to us. Usually they are Trump supporters. Why aren't we seeing then a more robust reaction from the president, especially concerning the 2020 elections? It's right around the corner. He hasn't really said much.
Yeah, he's been pretty silent. It's like the wall. We're sitting here going, hey, we're waiting. Let's get some action here. I mean, Jack Dorsey did recently meet with him, but maybe he's falling for the trick of the left, where they say these people are white nationalists, they're hate speech. If you defend them, you're defending those evil things. And someone has to get in there and go, no, they're not those things. Let them speak. Let them defend themselves. I would definitely like to see more action from Trump on this because it's un-American. America was founded with people arguing back and forth, and eventually, and it was at Britain's behest, by the way, eventually they said, let's get Britain out of here. And they started America. We are now shutting that down, where anyone with a dissenting opinion from the mainstream media has to be silenced. So that leaves Fox News and a handful of others, and it's manipulation. They're trying to manipulate the election, and that's not American.
All right. Unfortunately, I got to leave it right there. I could keep going on and talking to you about this. A lot more to discuss. I hope you will be back on for another discussion. Gavin McInnes, thank you so much for your time today. Thanks
for having me.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.